Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Wanted to jump on here and give a quick little Sunday morning transfer portal update before we head off to church here, because Tennessee's got a new target on the board, a new visitor in town. We're going to get into that in just a minute, but I want to kind of start by addressing some of your comments. Some of the comments I've been seeing in the videos throughout the last few days as we cover the transfer portal. Let's first start with the timing of the portal. A lot of you guys commenting, saying, man, the timing of this is just not good. We've got a college football playoff to go win. Do these guys not want to go compete for a national championship? This is directly from an article over at On3 talking about the transfer portal window. Says the portal will open at the end of the regular season, the day after the college football playoff field and bowl games are announced, according to the NCAA. The portal will open for business on Monday, December the 9th, and close on December the 28th. It says the spring window in April remains the same. The portal will only be open 10 days, lasting from April the 16th and shutting down on April the 25th. The transfer portal will open for 30 days whenever a head coach leaves their program, allowing athletes to leave and decide on their future. It goes on to say with the inaugural 12-team college football playoff, the postseason will be longer. Athletes on teams that compete in the college football playoff and later bowl games will be allowed to enter the portal an additional 5-day transfer portal window in January after the portal closes. So what that's saying is, hey, if your coach leaves, we're going to give you a 30-day window. And then also, if you're in the college football playoff, you got a 5-day window after you're done. So let's look at this. Let's say you make a run through the college football playoff. You make it to that national championship, which is played on January the 20th. So now you got a 5-day window to enter the portal, find a school, and get enrolled. Well, guess what? Tennessee spring semester starts on January the 21st. I saw Brent Hubbs talking about this over at VolQuest. He said Ohio State starts back on January the 6th. So do you see the problem here that the kids are faced with? If you want to be able to enroll by spring semester, because that's what you want to do, and that's why you see a window opens now and then another window opens in early April. Why is that? Well, that's because of spring practice, right? Kids want to get in the portal. They want to enroll in their new schools. They want to go through spring semester so they can compete in spring camp, so they can learn the system, so they can compete for these starting jobs. And then also after spring camp doesn't work out, you can jump in the portal and you can go look elsewhere. That's what we saw with Tyler Barron, talking about him, right? He enters the portal. He ends up at Louisville. And then after he goes to a full spring camp at Louisville, never plays a single game for Louisville, but goes through that full spring camp, jumps in the portal, and ends up at Miami. This is set up so the kids have that opportunity to transfer after the season and then again after spring camp. So that's why, and I agree with a lot of your comments. They've got to do something to fix this. However, I don't know what the fix is. I don't know what the answer to the problem is. But that's why you're seeing these kids jump into the portal. And when you talk about the guys that Tennessee's lost, Vyson Lang, Caleb Webb, Khalifa Keith, Jalen Smith, Jordan Matthews, Chaz Nimrod, Nathan Laycock, Nate Spillman, Cam Selden. These guys are wanting to get enrolled at their new schools so they can take part in spring camp. Something else that I saw a thread on VolQuest about that I thought was interesting. We talk about this college football playoff, these guys bailing and giving up on their team. Well, what about depth, right? That's where it starts. Jalen Smith, add some depth. Jordan Matthews, add some depth. Chaz Nimrod, right? That's a guy that could have got a lot of play in the college football playoff. What about special teams? Brent Hubbs once again did the work for me. Said the only guys that really contributed a whole lot on special teams was Jalen Smith, played 86 snaps. Jordan Matthews, 95 snaps. Nimrod had 25 snaps. Vyson Lang, 32 snaps. So you're going to miss these guys for depth, but I don't think they're really going to impact the college football playoff. So again, if you've got an answer to the problem, put it in the comment section. I just wanted to start the video off with that. Let's get into the new target, but first and foremost, I need you guys to do that YouTube stuff for me. Just smash the thumbs up down there below the video. It's quick, free, and easy, and it helps the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the Talkin VAWLS Network, welcome. We're not experts here. We're not insiders. We're not reporters. We're not media. We're not journalists. What we are is fans. This channel is for the fans, by the fans. If you like what we do, make sure you subscribe. Click that bell for notifications. You're not going to miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. Going to be live tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern time. That's the fan call-in show. You get to come on and drive the show. We'll talk about this portal chaos. We'll talk about the Ohio State game coming up on Saturday. With all this madness, sometimes I forget we still got a college football playoff game coming up in just 6 day. So make sure you're subscribed, dialed in, all that good stuff. But let's get into it. Let's talk about it. If you've missed the videos up to this point, real quick, let me jam through the legitimate targets for Tennessee. First and foremost, we know they want interior offensive linemen. That's been made clear. But also now we are seeing them start to target interior defensive linemen. Josh Thompson, interior offensive lineman from Northwestern, will be visiting this upcoming week. 6'5", 301-pound redshirt junior. Also, Wendell Moe Jr., an interior offensive lineman from Arizona, 6'2", 339 pounds, having a lot of good conversations with Tennessee. Have not seen that visit scheduled yet, but Austin Price of VolQuest said, don't be surprised when you see that visit. I made a video yesterday talking about James Thompson, defensive lineman out of Wisconsin, 6'5", 295-pound senior. He is in town this weekend, going to visit this weekend, and that brings me to the updated target, a new target, a name that we've not heard yet, LSU defensive lineman JVR Suggs. You can see this tweet going back to December the 11th where he entered the transfer portal. Now, he is a defensive lineman at LSU, played 1 year there, 6'3", 295-pound defensive tackle. He is expected to be in town tonight, Sunday night, for a visit with Tennessee. Now, this is directly from his bio over at LSU. Graduate transfer from Division II powerhouse Grand Valley State. Appeared in 18 games, tallying 42 tackles, 14.5 tackles for loss, and 8 sacks. Helped Grand Valley State to back-to-back appearances in the NCAA Division II quarterfinals. Transferred to LSU during the summer of 2024. Now, in his one season at LSU, he played in 12 games, had 10 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, 2.5 sacks, and 2 pass breakups. So he's going to have 1 year of eligibility. Same thing when we talk about James Thompson, the defensive lineman from Wisconsin. Both of these guys are one and done. So they're on a business trip, right? They're trying to make the best decision for them. Is that decision about money, or is it about opportunity? Is it about a chance to come in, get developed by Rodney Garner, and have a shot at the league? This was from a 247 Sports article talking about JVR Suggs. Says he was projected to take on a bigger role in LSU's defense next year after being a productive part of the defensive line rotation during his first year in the program. As a late addition during the spring portal window, Suggs recorded at least 1 tackle in 8 different games. This is what I like. It goes on to say his impact went beyond what the stats reflected. He was an effective space eater in the middle of LSU's defensive line and proved to be athletic enough to push his way into opposing backfields at the SEC level. Sometimes when you're on the interior of that defensive line, you get lost in the stat sheet because that's not necessarily what your job is. So I like reading that he's a space eater in the middle of that LSU defensive line. So as of now, Tennessee has targeted 2 interior offensive linemen. They've targeted 2 interior defensive linemen. So my question to you now is, are you concerned? Did you expect more? Right? We saw the article from On3 a week or 2 prior to the transfer portal window opening saying that Tennessee was going to be big spenders in the transfer portal. Now, the guys that we've seen transferred out, I'm not too concerned about it. I know some of you guys are. You look at the wide receiver room specifically, right? You lost Nate Spillman, you lost Nathan Laycock, you lost Chaz Nimrod, Caleb Webb. That's 4 bodies, right? 4 bodies. Plus, you're losing Thornton. Now you're at 5. You're losing Brew McCoy. Now you're at 6. So a room that was full is now pretty much empty. So I get the concern for depth, but it takes patience, right? And I know we expected more. We expected it sooner. But I've said many times what Josh Heupel has done in the transfer portal can't really be questioned. He's had so much success in the portal, and it seems like every year we do this same thing, and I'm just as guilty. We get excited. Oh, man, let's go drop the bag. Let's go spend the money. We saw the article from On3. We're going to spend the money. We're going to be a big spender this offseason. And then crickets. We wait. We see all these names going into the portal. We see Barry and Brown. We get excited. He just committed to LSU. We see Williams Winery, big-time defensive lineman. We were the runner-up in his commitment. We know NIL was a factor when he went to Missouri because he was able to make money at the high school level. Is he ready to come play under Coach G? He commits to Nebraska. Sounds like Micah Hudson is trending to Texas A&M. Kevin Concepcion taking visits to Alabama and Colorado. Dane Key visiting Ole Miss this weekend. Sounds like Georgia, South Carolina, Nebraska, Miami also in play there. Cam Seldon hits the portal. The number 1 name I see in the comment sections is Justin Haynes. Go get that Alabama running back. He would be a stud in this offense. Sounds like Michigan and Ohio State are the teams to beat there. So my question on this Sunday morning is, are you concerned? Or are you just sitting back, chilling, waiting on Josh Heupel to do what he does? Because until he proves that he can't get it done in the portal, I think we got to trust him. And I get it. That's cliche. It's generic, but it is what it is. I think Josh Heupel has proven he's going to be able to get it done in the portal. Updated visitor going to be in town, JBR Suggs, this weekend. Wanted to jump on here and provide a quick update. As always, make sure you smash the thumbs up on the way out the door. I would greatly appreciate it. Jump in the comment section. Let's break this down. Let's talk about it. Go check out the Talkin VAWLS merchandise. You can go to bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. Also, shout out to the members of the channel. You guys keep the lights on around here. I am grateful for your support. If you don't have a Power T beside your name, you can fix it. Hit that join button down below. You can become a member for just $1. Just $1 a month, but that's what allows me to jump on here and provide as much content as possible. So for the members, I am grateful. But if not, if you can't afford to give, we don't ask that you give. All that we ask you to do is come hang out on the Talkin VAWLS Network. Smash the thumbs up because it's quick, free, and easy. Jump into the comment section. Let's talk about it because this is the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.